Out of the Middle East, Hamas releasing Israeli-American hostage Keith Siegel and 2 other hostages after nearly 16 months in captivity. ABC's foreign correspondent Britt Clennett is following all the developments from Tel Aviv. Britt, good morning.
Good morning, Whit. Yeah, I'm at the hospital, which will soon receive Keith Siegel. He's expected to stay here for at least 4 days. Keith becoming the first American Israeli to be freed in this ceasefire.
This morning, American-Israeli hostage Keith Siegel finally back on home soil after 15 months in captivity. 65-year-old Siegel, the first American to be freed in the breakthrough ceasefire and hostage deal. In the ruins of the port in Gaza City, Siegel seen on a stage flanked by masked and armed Hamas forces. Hamas staging an orderly handover after criticism of their handling of Thursday's hostage release. Supporters watching in Tel Aviv.
She is here as American-Israeli Keith Siegel is handed over to the Red Cross.
On October 7th, Keith Siegel was taken from his home alongside his wife Aviva. She was released during the week-long ceasefire in November of 2023. Finally, this morning, the end of a long and agonizing wait. Aviva and their son Shay watching from a TV at Riem base as Keith was handed over by Hamas. She told me last September how she's been dreaming of this moment.
And I just can imagine Keith coming out and me just screaming and jumping on him. And I'll be just the happiest person in the whole world. And Keith, from the minute he comes home, he's going to be the king. He's going to be the king of the world.
Now that day has finally come. Hamas also releasing 2 other hostages this morning, a separate event in the city of Han Yunis, bringing Ofer Calderon and Yarden Bibas to a stage before handing them over to the Red Cross. The 2 have now safely returned to Israel. Many have followed the story of the Bibas family since the October 7th attacks. Yarden Bibas is the father of the 2 youngest children abducted by Hamas. Bibas seen kidnapped in this video. His wife Shiri clutching their 9-month-old and 4-year-old as they were taken. Their fate is unknown. Still, 1 more American expected to be among the 33 hostages released in phase 1 of this deal, Sagi Dekelchen. In exchange for this morning's 3 hostages, 183 Palestinian prisoners also freed from Israeli jails. The ceasefire also allowing for crucial medical evacuations in Gaza. For the first time in more than 8 months, the Rafah crossing reopening to allow sick and wounded Palestinians to get treatment abroad. And in the north, displaced Gazans finally making their way back to what is left of their homes. The UN saying nearly 500,000 people have returned to northern Gaza since the crossing reopened in the past week.
The Siegel family releasing a statement saying they are filled with indescribable excitement, thanking President Trump, saying our hope lies with you that the others are returned home. Janae?
Aviva and Keith will be back together with their son again. Thank you so much for that, Britt.